here of processing the gold. Like
Yeah.
one is with mercury, and one is
Cyanide.
cyanide.
Cyanure,
You
cyanide.
know what it is?
Cyanure, cyanure.
Cyanide.
Yeah, cyanide.
How you do? Bagaimana dibikin
The
proses?
cyanide, how you-
Prosesnya
Yeah, you
apa?
can see in there, there's many-
Does gold come out? Can you see the gold
Yeah.
after? Can we see?
Oh, no can, but after 3 days,
After 3 days.
crossing from China, we can see gold.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, bisa lihat ini sekarang?
Ya boleh.
Boleh? Boleh? You want to see the
Was it possible?
We can?
I buy you a lot of beer for that. Not him. They don't want to show.
Orang masuk bikin itu lubang cari emas, dapat hasil 50-50.
50-50 sama bosnya.
Ya, saya punya ini lokasi ya.
Lokasi, Bapak, oh, he has this location.
Ya.
And so, kamu yang sama bos bikin 50-50 dan
Nah,
nanti...
sama orang-orang yang kerja.
Oh, 50 untuk Anda
Itu untuk orang kerja.
and 50 untuk orang kerja. Untuk bos berapa? Tidak ada.
Not boss.
No boss?
Ya, my boss.
What?
Nah, this boss. Pak boss. Tunjuk ni. Bila kata
Attends, he say different things now. He said that he has this location, and so he give 50 at the purple work.
Yeah.
Kasih 50 untuk orang.
kerja.
Mereka apa? Dikasih sedikit-sedikit untuk semua.
Tidak, dia bagi-bagi.
Bagi-bagi. Ouais,
like-
they share.
They
Tiga, empat
Split.
orang ya.
Split empat orang.
Empat orang
Like in,
kerja, dapat
work.
100%. I'm 50, he's 50.
After our guide received several calls, you will see that the story now is being told in this accord. We leave it up to you to judge. The process now is gold cyanidation. It is a metallurgical technique for extracting gold from low-grade ore by converting the gold to a water-soluble mix. It is the most commonly used process for gold extraction. The process is very controversial because of its highly environmental danger, and its usage is banned in a number of countries and territories.
Yeah.
Ja, 3 days.
Oh,
Bagus sekali.
Nanti dikasih sama compagnie dari Kanada?
Tidak.
Tidak.
Pribadi.
Oh bagus, tidak ada.
Bukan tidak ada company di sini. Di
Oh
sini
itu
pribadi ya.
di sana.
Ya,
Di sana?
karena pribadi. Kanada punya dia exploration company. Not like this.
where?
Canada companies.
The Canada company,
Not like this. He's only exploration.
he just make exploration, so he don't get money.
You don't get money?
No.
No money? Ah,
Who
okay.
gets the money? You?
In here,
you get the money.
pribadi
You get all the
lah.
money.
Dia jual segini loh. Like this.
Wow, big like
I think
this?
this 3 or 4 kilo lah.
How much?
I think
3
this
or 4
3 or
kilos.
4 kg.
Oh my god. Water pump,
Water pump. Like this, muter.
motor, campur.
3 hari tunggu panen sudah dapat 3 kilo emas.
3 days
Ada-
wait
ada ya?
and already get. Nice life, huh? Nice life.
This carbon.
Carbon.
Ya. Ini dibakar ya.
Oh, he burned the carbon.
Dibakar habis itu baru emasnya kelihatan.
Oh, dari, attends. Bakar itu,
Ya.
nanti di mana itu goldnya?
Bakar sampai jadi debu.
Sampai until it's come like a powder.
Nah, baru habis itu nanti setelah jadi debu kita bakar lagi lebih keras. Baru dia punya emas keluar.
Emas dari ini
Ya.
emas?
Ya. No, not emas. Untuk
Ini
menangkap
dibakar.
emas. Ya.
Attends.
Ini
Dari sini
open.
buka.
Ya, seperti sini.
Kalau
Nanti
dibuka sekarang ada gold.
ada, nggak usah dibuka.
Gold in there.
If we open it, gold
In there. You open it and it comes out there.
Already 2009, the district chief announced to put action against the illegal mining, but to close down the mines would help no one. The local economy blasted and poor villages became rich, and of course the miners would fight for their position. The only way would be, as the district chief had in mind as well, to legalize the mining and train the miners to become more professional, and so to stop the environmental disaster, which turned the coastlines already into graveyards and will leave them as it for centuries. But still till now the situation is the same, and it is not in sight when it will start to change. If nothing will be done, another paradise will be lost, including a lot of sick and dead people. The only way to start to change is the education of the people and international awareness. Doing nothing, leaving the situation as it is, will lead to an environmental disaster.
So, after I know what we're looking for, I set myself with a spade and a bag, and off we go to the gold rush. Hoots! Hi ho, hi ho, da 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 da. So, after digging for ages, I found a sack full of rocks, and I'm a little bit exhausted, and now let's see how much I get out. Yeah, bring soil of the stones. It's fine. This is where we brought our second gold, and let's see how much we found.
But before we can put my rocks inside the drums, they needed to be reduced to smaller pieces. Luckily, I found a very friendly couple in the neighborhood who are in the stone crushing business, like nearly everyone in this area, to get my stones ready for the next stage. Finally, after 1 hour, my stones have been small enough to be put inside the drum. In the drums, there is a couple of metal bars helping to crush the stones down to a sandy paste. It takes about 3 hours to crush the stones down to this stage. I can tell you this is a very long time to wait and not let the drums out of the sight because it has your stones and your possible gold inside. The drums you hear all over the valley, and this is the only hint we will give you about this area. After this stage is finished, mercury will be added into the drums to bind the gold particles in it. Out comes a high metal bound in mercury, and now the really dangerous part of this kind of gold processing starts. I really tried to convince the workers in concern of mercury poisoning to use at least gloves for this process. Especially one of them is a kid, and a pair of gloves cost only 5 cents. But they refused to use them because they say they can't feel the metal properly. For the gamble to make a quick fortune, they pay a high price, because mercury poisoning is something you should not really mess around with. Because the symptoms of mercury poisoning include sensory impairment like vision, hearing and speech, disturbed sensation and a lack of coordination. Especially affected children may show red cheeks, nose and lips, loss of hair, teeth and nails, muscle weakness and increased sensitivity to light. But it even has long-term effects like neuropsychiatric symptoms such as emotional lability, memory impairment or insomnia. Also, genetic defects will take place and will be seen in this area in about 2.5 years from now. And of course, it even can lead to death, like for example to kidney dysfunction. Well, okay, an average income of 700,000 Indonesian rupiah, around $70 a month, makes it more understandable that they gamble for this quick fortune. But what the hell to do with a fortune when you are too dead or too sick to spend it? Anyways, the next step is now to vaporize the mercury to get the high metals inside as leftovers. Well, the process is not less dangerous, the only difference is now you breathe in the mercury. So this is the leftover from my sack of stones. The output of one sack can vary between $2 up to around $200 depending on the quality of gold. But 24 karat of gold is rare. Most common are mixtures with silver or other high metals, but all of them bring the price down. This process takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depends on the quality of gold.
Betul dia. Senyum, smile. Yellow.
Coba?
Yellow gigi.
This is what we got out of our bag and a 1 day of work.
Here you see an output you would like to have, like half a gram of 24 karat of gold and 2 grams of silver. Well, our output was not like this. It was a 2 gram white gold mixture worth about $15 only. Anyways, we hope we could give you an idea about gold mining in Indonesia. As you can see, we took away a serious mercury poisoning, and now we are going to spend our $15 for a beer on the beach to clean up our kidneys from the mercury. Please do try.